Okay, y'all. Word on the street is Angie Stone's children is about to lose her house. And they're now about to sell it. And I'm going to tell y'all this, they on their last leg for them to sell this house. For real, for real. And a lot of people is feeling sorry for them and this and that and that and this. I don't. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you to my day ones, twos, threes, and fours. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all. And welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged. Some is not. And the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. So reports are coming in now that Angie Stone's children cannot keep up the mortgage and the upkeep of the house and the this and the that. And now they are about to sell it. And I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. I think this has all to do with that woman that was living with her, that moved in, called herself, took over the business, helping her, and started going with her son. And he got his first piece of, tail. And he started nose all up in the air, couldn't tell him nothing, and this and that. I think this woman wants to now sell Angie Stone's house. And she's going to get a big chunk of the change, and she's going to bounce on Angie Stone's son. I believe she's going to do that. And I feel in my heart of hearts, if her children wouldn't have been using her and disrespecting her, and, putting their mama on, if they would have put her on a pedestal that she should have been on with them, especially and she the breadwinner taking care of their grown tail, okay, y'all? She wouldn't be where she's at right now if he would have been looking out for her. And I don't think he was. I don't think he was, y'all. And this is one of the reasons why I do not feel sorry for her children. Look how they treated her. I didn't even know that Angie Stone was even on a reality show and her family. But when I found out about it and the disrespect and how they treated their mother, and then after this woman moved in, and they were basically preparing to move on without her before she even was gone. Somebody in that house was trying to take Angie Stone out, y'all. My personal opinion. That wasn't the first time that there was an incident with her. This woman was screaming out for help. And her son that should have been by her side. By her side. He should have been driving her to her performances, if you ask me. To make sure she got there safely. He should have made sure that the people that wasn't around her was setting her up. But it was so convenient for her to pass away right around his birthday. It reminds you of Yellow Beezy and his mama, don't it, y'all? Sympathy. And then he was trying to, start a career and all of this stuff. He was more concerned about his career and all of that than his mama's safety. And the daughter, she's smoking her kneecaps off, y'all, off the hinge. Word on the street. She was using her too. It was all about the money. The sad part about it, selling her obituaries. Are you serious? I don't feel sorry for them the least little bit. And I'm just going to put it out there, y'all. I don't. That money going to be gone so fast. You watch and see. When they sell that house, that woman is going to run off with that money. That woman that was allegedly a part of Angie Stone's downfall. She's going to run off with those kids' money, and they're going to end up on the street somewhere. You mean to tell me that they got insurance policies, they had all these people donating money and this and that and that and this, and y'all didn't do right by the money? What is going on with our people, y'all? And what is going on with these celebrities that they not buying their houses outright? They paying mortgages just like everybody else. It doesn't make sense. And then they lose their house or something happened to them. The younger generations loses the house. That's the first thing you need to be doing when you paying a house off. Pay that house off. And then the only thing you have to worry about is the taxes. You put a little money up every month like you're paying rent, and then you fine. When that 6 months come up, it's time for the payout. Half a year taxes, you pay it. So you won't lose your house. But they too busy out here just throwing away money. Her son threw away so much money. So much money. He was just a money magnet of just throwing money away, trying to start businesses. This woman that moved in that house, starting businesses, all kind of clothing lines, all this stuff failed, y'all. Everything that they put their money into. You know why? Because you didn't do right by your mother. You didn't do right by her. And she needed you. And they was not there for her, y'all. They wasn't. It ain't no way in the world that your mother is going up against a record company, trying to get her royalties and all of this stuff. Ain't no way in the world that you don't make sure that she don't get from A to B and back home. Ain't no way in the world that you don't do that. Angie Stone was supposed to have security around her when she was going out to do her shows. She was supposed to have a legit driver, not somebody that was going with everybody on the back of the bus. She's supposed to, everything should have been legit with her. And if they couldn't do it, her son should have just took her to her performances with a security and a team by himself if he had to, with her band. We found out so much stuff after she passed away. People getting into it. The driver was going with everybody. It was just a messy, messy mess, y'all. And I still to this day feel like that whole scene was staged. I don't care what nobody say. Because I really truly believe she never made it from that little ball, that little dance. I don't think she made it. And there's a lot of celebrities out here that's joining these little sororities and all of this stuff. I thought they do that stuff when they're in college. Why is people getting grown in their 50s, 60s, 40s, and then they going back to college just joining sororities? It makes no sense to me. For what? A lot of those organizations ain't nothing but allegedly Freemason stuff. That's what I heard. It's all entanglement together. So what's the purpose of it? I just heard Fantasia just join a sorority when she just got married and all of this stuff. For what? She couldn't even read or write. Now you in a sorority? Are you serious? You want to be a part of a sorority or college when you couldn't even read or write. In my understanding, allegedly, her husband got her into this mess. Is that going to be her downfall too? So she can leave everything to him because she done made him the CEO of all her companies. A ninja she met in jail. And he jumping on social media talking about he was a millionaire before he met Fantasia. Where you get the millions from between the jail and her? He wasn't even paying his child support. To me, it's a lot of industry plants that's being put in the lives of these celebrities. And if you don't look after your own, and your nose is so far in the air because you got your first piece of cootie cat, and you don't know how to act and treat your mother, because this is what Angie Stone's son did to her. This is what he did to her. They just used her. That's all they did. Now the reports are coming out that the children of Angie Stone are reportedly preparing to sell her Atlanta home following her passing, citing the inability to keep up the mortgage payments and household expenses. Make it make sense. You're a grown man. Grown man. At what point do you not understand that your business is failing and that money could have been going somewhere else? It doesn't make any sense. Now, sources close to the family are claiming that they are not currently receiving income from Angie's music royalties. You think? You think? Despite her decades-long contributions to R&B and neo-soul, Angie had previously spoken out about disputes involving her publishing and royalty payments, alleging she was owed significant money from Universal Music Group. Ain't this the same group that Salt and Pepper is going up against too? I think so. Even after more than 30 years in the music industry. From her early days with the sequence of to her solo classics like Wish I Didn't Miss You, Angie continued performing at casinos and smaller venues to sustain herself. Fans are expressing heartbreak that a woman who helped shape a generation of soul music may not have fully reaped the financial rewards of her legacy. Many are now calling for transparency in artist royalty agreements and justice for legends whose cultural impact far outweigh their compensation. They did Angie Stone dirty. They really did. But I'm going to say this, and I know people going to be peed off about it. I don't really care. If Angie Stone couldn't live and enjoy her royalties and all of that stuff, I'm not thinking about her kids. And I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. I don't care. Now, if she had any grandkids, I feel sorry for them. But her kids, I don't. The disrespect they had for their mother was through the roof. And you're supposed to enjoy somebody and appreciate that person while they're here. Not use and abuse them. They was a thorn in her back door. And I'm just going to put it out there like it is. There was a thorn in her tail. And people looked at it like, oh, he was just playing and he was this. And he didn't even know how to talk to his mother. He ain't ever talked to her. Even when she passed away, he was running, oh, she passed away on my birthday. She passed away on my birthday. Look at the stuff he was posting about the sons and all of that. And you know that these people into sun worship and all of that stuff. Look what he was posting up, y'all. He wanted people to talk. He wanted people to feed into stuff that he was posting when his mother passed away. This whole situation was a sad, it was sad, y'all. And he let this woman tear down what his mother built. That's what he did. That lady, soon as she moved in Angie Stone's house, she tore up her car. She tore up Angie Stone's car. You know what a real son would have did? You got to get up out of my mama's house. You ain't nothing but, chaos. And then his mother gets mysteriously sick and goes to the hospital. Somebody gave her something. That was somebody in her inner circle. She started getting threats and all kind of stuff. That was somebody in her inner circle, y'all. And if you don't know what it is, you cut off everybody, one by all of them, and then you start letting one in at a time. Once you start investigating, who in the world could be this close to my mother that threats is coming in? She's getting basically poisoned. Tearing her cars up. You nip stuff in the butt when something is stressing your mother like that. But he joined the bandwagon, y'all. He did. And the daughter didn't make it no better. They didn't really get along no way. She only wanted to come around when she wanted something from her mama. It was never to contribute anything. Never. And I can't stand kids like that. I'm going to just be completely honest with you. The Bible says a disobedient child, days are numbered. This is foretold, y'all. You're going to have a hard life if you mistreat your parents. If you're running around here cussing them out, acting a fool, and just nose all up in the air because you done got a new boyfriend or a new girlfriend and they know everything and your mama and them don't know nothing now, you ain't going to have no long, this beautiful life. You're just not. You're not. Look at all of these celebrities that done mistreated their parents. Look at all of them. Look at Kobe. Look at all of these people that when they get something, they cut their parents off and don't take care of their parents. And they taking care of their new man or their new woman's life and their families. Pay attention to this. Because they don't be around much that long. Pay attention. So I don't feel sorry whatsoever. I feel sorry for the grandkids. If there's any, I don't know. I think she do have some grandkids. I feel sorry for them. Because it ain't their fault who they were born to. You don't try to take somebody's place. Because that's what her son was trying to do. This woman was trying to give them generational wealth by going up against that record label. She was trying to give them something that she was deserved. They supposed to give her. That's what she was fighting for. And they should have been right there by her side fighting with her. And anybody that was stunting her growth or whatever, they should have been tossed to the side. If you got anything going on, businesses, whatever, and your younger ones is bringing you stress or somebody else popping their life and they're bringing you stress, cut them all off. That's how I feel about it. Cut them all off. Because sometimes people can be more of, a pain in the back door. It didn't help. They can. And you have to do what you got to do. I'm just saying, y'all. But anyway, y'all, rest in peace to Angie Stone. Rest in peace to Angie Stone. And y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. Please like, share, subscribe if you like the video. And if you want to support the channel, you know what to do. Peace.